graduates come and speak to us. Any other comments?
Is the motivational speaker named Matt Foley?
No, sir.
It's a female.
Okay.
Victoria Porter. She's out of, I just was visiting her. She's out of Mesa, Arizona.
Not a van down by the river.
No.
Okay. All right. I think we're good. Blaine, I'll let you go your direction, and you can the ping pong match and hit it right to Joe, and I think we're ready.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Joe, did you guys toss the coin to see who's going to start off this time?
I think, Matt, are you here? Because I think Matt was going to we're right in the middle of lunch. So I think we've got a new lunch procedure because our kids are now eating over at Arvin for part of their lunch period. So I don't think that he's here, but I know we have Mr. Morgan, and it looks like Caleb's with him. So I'm going to go ahead and let them go first and get Caleb going. So Mr. Morgan, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you to speak.
Good afternoon, and thanks for the invite. The student that was selected from the Arvin Center is Caleb Fusen. He is a senior in the high school business program. He's also a member of the baseball team. And with that, I will let him take over and do a short presentation to the Rotarians.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. Like you said before, my name is Caleb Fusen, and I'm a senior at Oldham County High School. Some things to know about me is I was a preacher's kid. So as you'll learn, is I talk quick and I like to talk. This past year has been tough for many, including myself. What I've learned is that life isn't about what happens when you get knocked down, it's about how you respond. Like Charles Swindoll said, life is 10% what happens and 90% how you recover. I've enjoyed being in the class at the Arvin Center every year of my high school career. My freshman and sophomore year, I was in the engineering program, and then my junior and senior year, I was in the business program. One thing I've learned is that Arvin sets you up for everyday life. No matter what my question was, if I didn't understand, whatever teacher I had made sure I understood before they moved on. After high school, I planned on attending U of L for the entrepreneurship program. While I'm in college, I plan on working at a successful business just to learn the ins and outs of a successful business. I knew I was an entrepreneur when I was in my sophomore year of high school, and I started making money off of online video games. And being a sophomore, I found it pretty lucrative. Last summer, over my junior summer, I started a pressure washing company called Caleb's Pressure Washing. And now during my senior year, it's been an interesting year. So I find myself doing whatever I can to pursue entrepreneurship, including coding, real estate, stocks, whatever really I can do. So my name is Caleb Fusen, and thanks for having me.
Caleb, thank you for being here. Thank you for what you've done. Being that entrepreneur, I mean, at such a young age, my best response to that is I have an 8-year-old granddaughter, and she's looking to start up her own little business. And so hear what you just did, that's pretty amazing. They said you play on the Oldham County High School baseball team. What position do you play?
I play pitcher and I'm first baseman. I'm left-handed, so I have a good advantage of being a pitcher.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. And obviously you play on McMillan Field. Mm-hmm. Coach Mack was my high school baseball coach.
Okay.
And, he actually coached for so many years. Both of my sons who graduated from Oldham County High School, one graduated in 1996, one in 1997. He actually was still coaching at Oldham County High School. And it was such an honor to have Coach Mack coach myself, and obviously he coached both of my sons. So that's a really cool thing. And,
yeah, that is.
So are you looking to play at the next level?
It really all depends. My biggest thing right now is scholarships and stuff like that. So if I get a good scholarship to somewhere I know that will help me in my future, I definitely will if I get the opportunity.
Good. Congrats. Any other comments for Caleb from the membership?
Well, Mike, I just want to go on the record that at least one of us is wearing the correct color shirt right now in support of the ladies who are playing later tonight. at the University of Louisville. I'm curious, you mentioned real estate. What are you doing, dabbling something in real estate?
Not at the moment. One of my friends is further along right now, so he's building 2 cabins in Red River Gorge. So I've been exploring that with him and just learning what he does, and we're kind of learning together. I've looked at a lot of different possibilities of when I make money, possibly invest it into real estate or getting my next year, my goal, I want to have license for everything. So I'm looking at getting my real estate license, my pilot's license, really whatever I can. Just do everything I can.
Good for you.
Good for you, Caleb. Any other comments for Caleb? Well, Caleb, again, we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
You know, to be able to represent not just yourself, but your school, your family, people that live here in Oldham County. You know, I can't begin to tell you how much that means to us as Rotarians, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Okay.
guys very much for the invite.
All right, thank you all. So let's, Joe, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go right ahead, sir.
So a couple of things I'll second before I introduce our first kid. Number one, Caleb is awesome. He's one of obviously an OCHS kid, and have known him for a lot of years. And he is everything that he just portrayed. He is a really, really awesome kid. That's the first thing. Second thing is I'll also second that Coach Mack is an institution at this place. And when I started coaching baseball in '97, Coach Mack was not coaching anymore, but he traveled with us everywhere we went, kept the book, still gave the kids advice on things. And I still remember him, you know, he always started his thing with, Joe, you need to go, you know, whatever. And he would tell me whatever it was I needed to do. But Coach Mack was a good dude. I really appreciated all the time I got to spend with him. So we are back on sort of more of a normal schedule with our students of the month. Natalie, are you on here? I know you're on here, but are you good?
Yes.
There you go. You have a camera? Are you able to turn your camera on?
Yes, I can.
There you are. There she is. Okay, so I always like to do the ladies first. So we'll start with Natalie. Again, student that I have known for a long time, since middle school. She was one of my old students back at OCMS, and has the interesting thing about her, and I don't know what she's going to talk about today, so I hope I'm not stealing any of her thunder, but Natalie basically spends her whole day either taking college classes or AP classes. That's all she does. She's got a theater class wedged in there in the middle, but aside from that, the rest of the day she challenges herself like no other. So she's a great kid. She's an awesome representative for our school. So I'm glad for you guys to get the chance to meet her. So this is Natalie O'Leary.
Yes. My name is Natalie O'Leary, and I've been chosen as a Rotary Student of the Month for March. I am humbled by the opportunity to have received an award as dignified as the Rotary Student of the Month. Learning that I was nominated by the staff members of my school made me feel grateful for the life that I have been given in this world and the way I have left a lasting impact on those around me. I always seem to perform through the principle of 110% in everything I do, and while I act to bring happiness to myself and others without wanting anything in return, I am honored to be recognized by the Rotary Club of LaGrange for my efforts. Growing up, I always aspired to be the best at everything, even when it bothered others. My teachers had to assign additional activities for me to satisfy the ever-growing sponge that is my brain. My ambition, combined with a stable living environment, created a childhood where I was rarely challenged. For the longest time, I viewed school as an extended recess, a tournament where I could show off my academic skills and compete for the #1 position. The situation, of course, changed when I moved to Oldham County in the 7th grade. I plunged into a world where I was no longer the uncontested winner of my academic tournament. I participated in a classroom full of students who were as eager as I was to learn. And more time stressing about how other people got a better score than me, I realized I had lost my spark for knowledge. Instead of viewing school as a fun way to learn about the world around me and connect with others, I treated it as a place to show off. And so I decided to redirect my focus. I was no longer concerned with having the best score. Rather, I instead strengthened my understanding of the material. As long as I was putting forth my best effort, I felt satisfied with my achievements. I transformed the energy I put towards surpassing my peers into uplifting them instead. The balance between what I take and what I give out into the world forged who I am today. I have felt more relaxed in my senior year of high school than at any prior time. I enjoy being a mentor to the freshmen in my theater class. I am adequately challenged by the level of learning in AP Spanish. I am so invested in AP Psychology that I can remember every detail of the class and recite it to my family at the dinner table. I have learned from my triumphs and I have learned from my defeats. Developing the ability to evaluate my academic limits and maintain a level of satisfaction in what I do is a necessary skill for the future, for which I am very thankful. After I depart from Oldham County High School, I plan to pursue a degree in computer science at the University of Kentucky. Through the Scholars in Engineering and Management program, I will learn about the elements of business alongside my engineering degree. I plan to utilize my newfound skills to reveal to the world what I can achieve. So much has changed in the technology field throughout my lifetime, and I seek to improve upon the strides we have already made. Whether it be increasing technology access to businesses that are falling behind or leading a team that is developing a groundbreaking contraption, I want to leave a mark wherever I can. This recognition from the Rotary Club serves as an affirmation of what I have accomplished thus far, and it reinforces my desire to continue putting forth my best effort into improving myself and my community. Thank you.
Wow, Natalie. I've made these comments with each month that we've had students of the month come and speak to us. And even today, it simply amazes me every single time how focused our youth is. And you're part of that group, obviously. And what you brought here today, you mentioned there just a second ago that you memorize everything where you can take it back to your family and share that. I would say to you, what a great study group anybody's family would be, to be able to go home and talk to your family and share your experiences, because you could probably change the direction. Because I think probably every one of us would love to be able to sit in on that study group with our family. So congratulations there. I just wanted to share that with you. Thought that was a cool story. Comments, questions for Natalie? Okay, so I can't let you go for one more last thing, because I will say, and of course, we all have certain schools that we root for, but Big Blue Nation is going to love you on campus. Obviously, I see Robin. Yeah, we love University of Kentucky in my family. Although we do have some split households, so we do have the other color support that red. We got that too. So maybe I could call you up and help us get through that when we have that competition going on. So, again, Natalie, thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you've shared with this group today. We wish you nothing but the best. Hey, let's give Natalie another giant round of applause for her being here today. Thank you so much. Good luck. All right, Joe, back to you.
All right. So, yeah. So finally, we're, like I said, we're back on more of a normal month of students. So we just have our second student of 2. And so this student is one that, if any, I know Brent said earlier, talked about our basketball teams and how well they did this past week in the regional tournament. So anybody who follows OCHS is probably going to recognize this name, if not from actually watching games, but probably from at least reading the box scores. But the interesting thing that I have found, as we're getting ready for this speech today, is that you're going to find out that, as probably most of the kids in the building, if you say the name Sam Campbell, most of the kids in our building probably immediately think basketball. And, he's one of our best basketball players. But I think from what you're going to get from him here in just a second, like he is quite a bit more than a basketball player, which is a very cool thing for him to have the opportunity to share with you all. So obviously, without further ado, here's Sam Campbell.
Thanks, Mr. Percival. Obviously, my name is Sam Campbell, and I'm a senior at Oldham County High School. I've spent the last 8 years focused on basketball. I've worked very hard during season and off season to be the best player and teammate I can be. I worked hard to help lead my team win championships and also to pursue my goal of playing college basketball. As many of you probably know, the dream for me and my high school team is coming true. Tomorrow, I head to the state tournament at Rep Arena for the second time as Oldham County Colonel. I have also achieved my goal of getting offers to play college basketball, getting some great scholarship offers at some amazing schools. Yet as much as I love the game, it started to feel like it wasn't enough. Because I was so focused on basketball, I never really entertained the idea of anything different. My plan was to go to college, get my education, and play basketball. But as my world slowed down due to COVID, I started feeling like maybe there was something different for my future, something more. I was not giving up on basketball or my love for the game, but I began to open my eyes to other options. My great-grandpa served in World War II in the Army, my dad served in the Army, then the National Guard, and my other grandpa and his grandpa were firefighters. I come from a long line of service, and this is a quality that has always been instilled in me. I talked to Sergeant Major Anderson from the Junior Guard program at Arvin Center, and from there, my interest was piqued. Shortly after that conversation, I visited the Buell Armory at the University of Kentucky and met with Colonel Beck. I felt more at home the moment I set foot in the Armory than I did in any of the locker rooms or courts I've seen on any of my basketball recruiting visits, even the ones that already have my name on a locker and a jersey. The history, the camaraderie, and even the basketball going weight room inspired something inside me that I had not yet felt. It was what I learned during that visit that made me very clearly realize that basketball is not my future, but serving my country or state as my family before me is the path that I'm supposed to follow. The passion and hard work I put into basketball will not go to waste, but it is what will help me move forward. I've pushed myself to the limit, I've grown physically stronger, I've gained mental toughness, and that will all translate into something new and different as I move to the next chapter. I'll be part of something that is bigger than me, yet something that is familiar. The teamwork and commitment that comes with being part of an athletic program will now be dedicated to Army National Guard and the ROTC program. I've enlisted to serve in the Army National Guard while also participating in the ROTC program at the University of Kentucky and will work towards becoming an officer in the Army National Guard. This will allow me the opportunity to take leadership skills I've learned in high school through athletics, participating in service groups, and being part of my church youth group and expand them. I'll be trained by leaders in a program that is one of the best, and with that, I'll be pushed to become one of the best. This will also allow me the opportunity to continue my pursuit of excellence in the classroom. While basketball has been my passion, school has always been my priority. I've taken classes that challenge pushed me academically to prepare myself for college. I'll be continuing my education at Transylvania University or the University of Kentucky as history major in hopes of one day becoming a teacher and a coach, and of course, an officer in the Army National Guard. I like goals, I like challenges, and I like pushing myself to the limit. Serving the Army National Guard and participating in ROTC while in college to do just that. It will be new, it will be outside my comfort zone, it will be physically and emotionally challenging, and it will test me like I've never been tested before. I know I'm ready for the challenge, ready to grow, and ready to serve my country in state, but first, my teammates and I have some business at Rep Arena to attend to. Thank you.
Wow, Sam, what a great story again. You guys continue to amaze all of us. And I want to start with, he failed to mention one thing. Oldham County High School obviously just won the region. Sam was named most valuable player for the region. And congratulations on that. So good job there.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And, again, Sam, it's, when you change your focus there a little bit and you brought in the military because what your family means to you, but the the fact what you mean to this country, because you have chosen that path, speaks volumes of who you are as a person. And the fact that you can do so many different things, whether it's basketball, whether it's in the classroom, or obviously going into the military service and representing this country, again, just really does speak to the person who you are, what you want to be, and what lies ahead for you. I mean, that to me is just amazing. I will tell you, I played basketball at Oldham County High School. I was blessed with a little bit of a talent, nothing like what you do. You're amazing. And I also served 6 years in the Army Reserve. But when I went through basic training, I went at Fort Polk, Louisiana. Hopefully you never have to go there. But they had a base team, and I tried out. I was actually on the basketball team back in the 70s when I was going through basic training. So maybe you might want to keep that in the back of your mind when you go through basic.
Yeah, that sounds great. I think I'll look into that.
Yeah, you need to look into that. Tell you, you do it differently. Pretty cool. You make the team base a little bit, and it's pretty cool. It keeps your interest in on the basketball side. So congratulations. Comments for Sam?
I'm curious.
There's probably one Rotarian that would like to say something, I'm sure. Jason Morgan, I would think.
Jason, go right ahead.
Well, I first wanted to just to let him tell everybody who the best basketball player ever is.
That'd be Mr. Larry Bird.
It's a good answer, son. Now, I just wanted to say that we're very proud of Sam. A lot of you on this line know that he and Maddie have been dating for over 2 years, and he's kind of like part of the family, and we're very proud of him and the choices that he's made for his future.
Thank you.
Sam, I have a question for you. This is Al Early. You mentioned that this will present new challenges for you. It will. Do you have any sense of what you think may be the biggest challenges out there if you pursue the military like you are? Because it's a new, like you said, new venture. You've known basketball, but you don't really know much about the military. Do you have a sense what may be new waiting for you out there, or where the big challenges might fall?
Yeah, for me, probably I really know nothing. Like I'm going into this kind of just, my dad did it, but he hasn't really told me anything. So I don't really know, all the formations and all the different things that I have to learn. It's all gonna be brand new to me. So that'll be a challenge, but I'm excited to learn everything. So.
Well, God bless you, and thank you for your future service to our country.
Sam, I will finish one comment about the military thing. When you go there, because of what you have exhibited through your life so far, you very easily, when you're going through the basic, you can be the platoon leader. And that brings added responsibility, but it also creates leadership. And I think you have that within you. So you might want to keep that in the back of your mind. If you so choose to become platoon leader, it brings new challenges for you. So, all right, comments, anything else for Sam? Okay, let's give Sam one more round of applause, thanking him for being here today and what lies ahead for him. Does Matt have someone? Matt Watkins?
That was Caleb.
Okay, that was Caleb right off the bat.
That was Caleb, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be back. We'll be back April 27th.
All right, so are we done with the students? Are we done here today?
Yep.
Okay, one more round of applause for all of them. Good job, guys. Good job. Okay. All right, we still have a few minutes.